Terran Headphone a Go-Go. I thought of a Zulu Sierra Charlie that could potentially test the sportiness, the sporting potential of the console version of Shadow of Chernobyl. Not as fancy as my usual ideas. This one is simply hunting snorks with a pistol. There's a zombiesmiac over there, but I'm going to ignore him. For the sake of standardization, let's make it a Walter P99. And if I can get at least 4 snorks, sounds like there should be about that many around here, then I'll add the extra challenge that it has to be, well, let's say you have to score 4 Snork headshots with a pistol without missing. If I can't get 4, then 3 will have to do, because this is Nilla Go Nuts. 4, 5. Okay, good. I have to score 5 headshots in a row without missing. Technically that counts because, well, some snorks can withstand more than 1 headshot. Already invalidated the challenge. Then again, it could be that these rules are just stupid and unnecessarily doom-facult. That could be a challenge right there. You have to duck under one snork's lunge while nailing another one in the head. Yeah, I think I like that better. That falls within the purview of my usual unnecessarily fancy stuff. But it's more fun than just having to nail 4 or 5 snorks in the head in a row with a pistol. Maybe I might have to try this with a 45. Let's see if there's at least one more snork. In the vicinity of this swamp. There is. Sometimes I hear ambient background noises that remind me of the ichthyosaur from Half-Life 1. Ever tried nailing a snork in the head as it's traversing horizontally? That adds extra challenge. I hear, at least I think I hear at least one more. Sometimes I wonder if that's just in my head. And then I realize, no, never make that assumption. Trust your senses. Trust your instincts. Trust your intuition. Well, this place is thoroughly infested. You don't have to double crouch. But it increases the probability that the snork's lunge attack will miss. Doing this takes me back, way back to 2007, when I would practice this intentionally to perfect my snork hunting technique. The most efficient manner, because of how cheap and common pistol caliber ammo is. In Anomaly, the snork foot is referred to as a snork leg. Now, is it just me, or does it irritate you when people refer to a foot as a leg, or when people refer to a hand as an arm? That severely irks me. About as much as it irks me when people fail to use an Oxford comma. I just cannot abide that. Now, let's try it with a 45. Here we go, same as before, but with, in this case, a Colt 1911, but any 45 will do other than the Desert Eagle. Because you can't chamber a Desert Eagle in 45 should be a Jericho 941. That's 4 in a row. Can I go for 7 or more in a row? So that's the secret. It's got to be a 45.
The shooting's easy if you got the right gun.
Come on, come on, come on. Five in a row. 5 in a row with a 45. Who would still be using 7-round flush-fit factory mags in the year 2012 when 8-round... I had a feeling I was pressing my luck. Who would still be using 7-round flush fit mags in a world where 8-round aftermarket mags exist that still basically fit flush with the magazine well, meaning that they don't hang down so low that they create a snag point? Were there any more? Do you think Duty will hire me as a freelance monster hunter? Do you think there are any Captain Planet-minded folk out there who would classify me as a poacher? A snork poacher? Funny thing is, the Chaser is more expensive than the Spaz 12. And by the way, it's a Maverick 88, not a Winchester 1300. Take it from a Hoosier gun enthusiast. Why am I not wearing an SSP 99M when it's technically a little bit better than the SEVA? Two of its protection values are better. I'm trying to recall here. I think it has better chemical and burn protection, and it weighs 7 kilograms versus the SEVA's 9. But the SEVA takes less time to fix. Which reminds me, do you ever make use of so-called zone witchcraft?
Double barrel, 12 gauge.
That dealt less damage than I expected. Probably because I'm accustomed to anomaly by this point. Old West style rabbit ear side lock. Mad Max used a sawed-off side-by-side that was a rabbit ear side lock in Beyond Thunderdome, the third one. My favorite Mad Max movie is still The Road Warrior. That should do. Why did it do that? So-called zone witchcraft, which is not magic but science, at least I choose to think of it that way. Basically, you need 4 or 5 of any of these high-tier artifacts that... Well, you know what? Wait a minute. It should fix my armor. Yep, it still works. I could have sworn their protection value was 90, though. I'm sure I'm just thinking of a different high-tier artifact. You can also do this with 4 or 5 batteries, except you stand in an electro. And you can also do it with 4 or 5 shells, in which case you would stand in either a burner or a campfire. But they're not called shells, they're called batteries, just like the proper electro batteries. So back in the day, we called them fire batteries, just to distinguish them, but they're actually supposed to be called shells. Anyway, this is just a fun little bonus. I'm not sure if people still make use of this technique. Well, that's all I've got for now. In the words of Bruce Campbell, catch you on the flip-flop.